Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the podcast that's found with Tegan. Today I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind as of recently and also just for a while, and it's kind of the way that disabled people are treated differently in life and in media and just in general. It's been really bothering me, especially last week, and a particular incident happened yesterday where I just felt so disrespected and discriminated against, not only for my disability but also for my race and what I do as a living, I guess. Basically, the whole idea of this episode came from last night. I was writing in my journal. I'm not a journaler. I've only recently started writing in my journal because I felt like I had so much going through my mind. I needed somewhere to just get it out and write it down so that I could move on from it. So I started a journal, and that was mainly because I listened to Madeline RG's podcast, Pretty Lonesome, and she basically said how she likes to journal, but she doesn't always journal every day. She just journals when she feels like she has something to say, which made it feel better for me because I tried doing it daily and I just couldn't do it. So only writing when I have something to say was a better idea for me. And then she also said, in years to come, you'll be able to look back and see how your mind works and your progress and stuff. So anyway, I keep a journal beside my bed, and not every night, but every few nights I'm writing it, and anything that I want to get up in my mind, I just write in there and then it's done. But as I was saying, I stayed up till 3 a.m. last night writing in my journal. I wrote 4 pages of what was on my mind, and then I probably could have wrote more, but I was so tired at that point and just still frustrated that I just thought, let me just go to bed. But a few things set me off yesterday, so I'm going to talk about it. First thing that really has been irritating me is yesterday I was doing my emails for work, and let me just clarify, so I have a job that I do part-time, that's separate, but for the last 10 years I've been a public speaker, speaking at events and speaking at events, lectures, schools. I kind of do a bit of everything, and I handle that myself. So I do all my bookings and everything, and I handle that myself. And I was scheduled to do a talk at an event, which is next week. When you see this, it would have passed already, but it was meant to be next week, and I've been talking to them since December about this event, and I'm doing it in partnership with another speaker, and we were going to do a talk together. And I really was looking forward to this because it is a inclusive and diverse event, and it was the first event that I went to that I felt was really diverse and inclusive. So I was looking forward to this event. Anyway, I'm trying not to say who it is because I can't be asked with a new law or whatever. But I feel like if you're in the equestrian world, you probably know who it is anyway. But I was talking to them for ages about this event and whatever, and the event is now a week away, and I had no contact from them. And my last contact that I had with them was that I asked for more money for my time. It wasn't much more money, it was actually, I did this event last year and they paid me more last year than what they offered me this year. So I went back to them and I said, I at least want the same pay that I had last year because that is fair. I don't want to be underpaid. And there was already like a bit of an issue with that. They had a low budget this year, so I knew that it was kind of an issue already. But I didn't want to accept a lower fee than what I had from the previous year, because I also, one thing about me is that most of my life I have done work for free, and I've offered my time and my skills and stories and presentations for free, and I've now got to a point in my life where I can't be doing that anymore. I have bills, I have a sporting career that is not cheap, and I have to be able to get money to be able to do these things. So like, I'm trying my hardest to not work for free anymore. And also like, I got this thing about not knowing what I deserve, because I always feel like people almost expect it to be free. So whenever I offer like my services and state my price, I often get like the response that I'm too expensive. And then when someone else gets a job, they're paid three times more than what I even offered. And that's a common thing, and I didn't realise that until recently, that like, especially when I started social media, and I would offer to do posts and stuff for what I thought was a very generous, like, reasonable price. I would then hear from other influencers that also did the same job, that they would get like triple the time, like, so much more money than what I would get. And I often thought, oh, maybe I'm just like under doing it and I need to start asking for more. But then I would get met with the confliction that when I asked for more, it was like, oh no, we don't want you. So I found it hard to ask for more, because I felt like I was just going to get rejected for asking for more, but I also know that I deserve to be paid more. Anyway, I went on a bit of a tangent, but as I was saying, this person wanted to pay me less, and I said no, I'll take the same price as last year. I really want to do the event, and I'll do it at that price, and that's what I said, because I thought I'm not going to ask for more, or like, I'm not going to overdo it, because I knew that they had a little budget anyway. But I was really looking forward to doing this talk anyway. And then I heard nothing from them for weeks. And then the moment that kind of did it for me was, I saw other influencers and speakers getting their confirmation that they had been like signed, and they've been announced that they'll be at the event and things like that. So then I started to think, okay, why are I getting the response? Why haven't I been confirmed? And I think I left it a few more days, because I thought, I know that it's a busy time and stuff, so I left it a few more days. And there's still no response. So I voiced my concern, and I said, I feel like I've been treated differently in the way that you're treating your speakers and the influencers. And I'm really disappointed in the way that this has happened. And they replied and basically said that they couldn't offer me a speaking slot anymore because of the time that had passed from no response. And I said that no contact was not on my call, that was on you. And then once I called them out once again, they came back to me with a slot and the money that the extra money that I asked for, that they claim to not have anymore, which I think is very fitting that they were able to pull that money out of thin air once I, like, it just frustrated me so much that they, like, and I'm already annoyed at myself for even talking about this, because I feel like I'm not being a diva, but I felt like I could be depicted as a diva, or like, I don't know, but I just feel annoyed that like it took me speaking out for them to be like, oh yeah, we actually do have the money and we can give you this lot and we will pay you. And it was just a very frustrating moment, and it made me think again how in most of my life I am treated differently from other people, especially in the world of work. I graduated in 2023, I think. Did I? Yeah, I graduated in 2023, and I was always under the impression that when you have a degree, you're more likely to get a job. That is not the case. At least when you're disabled, it's not the case, because when I applied for a job, as soon as I graduated, I started applying for jobs, and I found it very hard to get an interview, because on my CV I stated that I had a disability and stated what my accessibility needs were. That immediately put a wall up for me, because they would see that and they would just think that I wasn't capable of doing the job. So then a few months later I decided to take that off my CV and see whether it made a difference. And I did get a few more interviews and stuff, but then once I disclosed that I had a disability, I was then faced with the, no sorry, we don't think you're suitable for this role, thank you for applying. And it was like, it's that cycle over and over again. And I think for people with disabilities, there's so many brands and companies that claim that they offer roles for disabled people or people that are black or ethnically diverse. And then you apply for these jobs and you get immediately rejected because you're judged purely off of your capability physically rather than what you're actually capable of and doing the job. I also found it really hard because in the world of film and TV, there is kind of a system where you start off as an intern or as a runner and then you work your way up. And the lower entry jobs are the least accessible, I find. So, don't get me wrong, I know how to produce films, I know how to produce TV. I've done it, I've been doing it for years. But in the way that it works, I would have had to get an entry-level job first to prove my worth that I can work up. But the entry-level jobs are runners and people that are more able, shall we say. Like, most runners and people that work in the entry-level jobs, you have to be more able because you're asked more than what you're... Like, you do more than what your job title is in the world of film and TV, I find. But I could never be a runner or like a tech or an assistant because I struggle physically, and that restricted me on the jobs that I could even apply for. So I found it very hard to get into the industry that way, which is why I kind of do it. I do it freelance, and I do presenting and producing freelance because I have evidence of my work and I can prove that this is what I've done. But regarding working up in the career ladder for like different broadcasters and stuff, I've tried multiple times to get into different broadcasting agents. There's so many in Bristol. There's like, I think in Bristol there's like 4 big broadcasting agencies like BBC, ITV, Channel 4 here, and they're all really hard to get a job at because they are so particular with who they employ and they're very particular in your physical capabilities, I find. So I found that very hard anyway. I don't even know where I was going on this tangent. I just feel like it's been a week where I've been so fed up of like the way that I've been treated because of either my disability or my race. It's quite like the fact that this happened to me on the first day of my emotional switch. I probably felt it even worse. But yeah, I've just had a week of like really struggling to be positive, which is so annoying. But anyway, back to the subject. Disabled people being treated differently. Another thing that I noticed a lot is the way that disabled people are treated differently on social media, and I have been following many disabled influencers over the years, and I mean, I don't really consider myself a disability influencer. I just think I'm a disabled person that's served my life. But some people will call me an influencer, and that's fine. But there is such a drastic way in when you're treated, like how you're treated on social media when you have a disability. And the first thing that comes to mind with me is that whenever I post anything remotely like mature, or like me in a dress, or like showing a bit of skin, or me in like a bikini, or I mean, I absolutely love a holiday, and I love a bikini picture. I love how I look in a bikini, and I will often share that on social media, and the way that it's received is so different compared to other girls. I feel like when other people share a really hot bikini picture, the comment section is like, "Go girl, your body is great, like look at your abs, like well done you, good," like it's so positive. And then when I share a bikini picture, I feel like people are so shocked out of their fucking balls, they don't know how to react, because I don't know why, but to other people it's fear. I feel like it feels more scandalous that a disabled person can show skin, or like be a bit scandalous, or like be expressive in their sexuality. It's like the internet loses its shit and they don't know what to do. And the last time I posted a picture in a bikini, I literally had so many people be like, "Tegan, take it down. Take it down, take it down, take it down." And I was like, why? Like, I look hot, I look great, I love this for me. And they were like, take it down, take it down. And it was purely because, like, I just looked really good in the bikini. See, that's the thing, I don't see the problem. To me, I look good in that bikini. Why wouldn't I share it? But I had so many people be like, "Girls, I think you should take that down." And it is because the way that it's received is so different. People don't know how to react. And it's seen as taboo, it's seen as scandalous, it's seen as like over-sexualizing myself, or like people don't know how to react. But it's simply me in a bikini. And I think that is another thing that has annoyed me so much over the years, is like the way that people are treated when you have a disability compared to people that are able-bodied, you share the same kind of content. But also, like, if you look at disabled people's content, I think it could be one of two things. It could either be like, you're inspirational, I really love the way that you do this, I love your content, keep going. Or it can be like, who gives a fuck what you do? I don't care how you do this. Why are you sharing this? No one cares. And it's very one or the other. It's very hard, I think, to be a disabled influencer in this day and age, because disability is still something that is considered a taboo subject, and people don't like talking about the stigma that society still holds around disabilities. But then also people on social media now are way more judgmental and expressive in their hatred. So I think it's hard to receive, but it's also, it's still hard, because it's like, there isn't, especially when I was growing up, I didn't really have anyone to look at like me, or like there was no one in media that I felt represented in, so it proves that disabled influencers are needed. But yet you're faced with such conflict because you're championed by other disabled people, but people that aren't disabled can be quite hateful towards you. It's like they either get it for a second or they just really don't get it at all. I don't know, but I haven't even got a solid mind thought today. It was just something that I realised more, especially to do with because one thing that I realised about myself is that I can't even think straight. But one thing that I've realised about myself is that I started social media when I was 19. But I had social media before that, but I did all the social media stuff when I was 19. And I feel like I haven't grown up since then because I'm scared of if I post content that is actually me, that is me at age 24 rather than 19, people aren't going to know how to react because I have matured. I'm not the person that I was when I was 19, but the person that I was when I was 19 is the one that people loved and the person that people accepted more. So I think it's just really scary when you have to. I think it's scary for anyone in social media when you have to change your content in the way that you present yourself because people fell in love with you for a certain person. But I think when you have a disability, I often just stick to one form of content because I know that that's what people want. But that was me when I was 19, so it's definitely not me now. But I'm trying to just be more open and be more me because I'm tired of kind of dancing around pretending me when I was 19 is who I am now, because I'm not. I'm very different. I've grown up, I've had more life experiences, and I'm just trying to be more honest with the way that I present myself on social media. But I think I'm gonna end it there, guys, because my brain is just not working. It's not working, and I need to go to the shop, and I need to get a Pepsi, and I need to have a mental decompress before starting the week. So, thank you all for listening. I hope that you enjoyed the episode. I probably will do this kind of theme again, but when I have more mental clarity. But I wanted to kind of do it now and get most of it off my chest because I just wanted to get it out there and just move on for a bit. So, but I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode. And yeah, hopefully next week I'll be more smiley because I can't be doing it right now. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye.